our last day in Hong Kong, we plan to divide the day in 2 trips. Since hindi kami nakapag Ngongping Village nung pagdating namin, we decided to go on this day. We were supposed to travel to Macau early in the morning pero pinalitan namin ang itinerary. We instead went to Ngongping in the morning tapos Macau naman after lunch. This time, we were able to jump off early in time sa pagbubukas ng Ngongping 360 cable car. Wala pa masyadong tao kasi nga maaga pa, so hindi namin kinailangan pumila ng matagal. The view from the Crystal Cabin was perfect kasi hindi foggy nitong araw na to. Syempre, malamig pa din yung panahon pero maaraw kaya sobrang balanse lang. Dahil dadaan ka sa souvenir shop on arrival, I decided na mamili na lang ahead ng pasalubong para di na ako magpatubili pa pagbalik. The village was very peaceful dahil nga maaga pa and wala pa masyadong mga bisita. Kaya sobrang na-enjoy namin ang paglalakad papunta ng Tiantan Buddha. Some of us decided to climb up the 268 steps to the Buddha and awa ng Diyos, kinaya naman considering na hindi ako sanay sa mga active lifestyle. Doon na lang din kami nag-decide na mag-lunch and since I was craving for some local food, we ate sa isang eatery doon lang sa gilid na nagbebenta ng fried food and noodle soup. After freshening up, bumalik na kami ng Tongchong still via the cable car. Ang haba na ng pila sa sakayan ng cable car pagbalik namin kaya we were glad na inagahan namin ang pagpunta. Nasa Tongchong lang din naman ang sakayan ng bus papuntang HZMB Port o yung bridge linking Hong Kong and Macau. A few years back, never ko pang nasubukang sumakay ng bus papuntang Macau. Most of the time, yung Cotai Jet na ferry ang sinasakyan namin kaya this was the first time for me. The bus port kinda looked like an airport. Andun din yung ticketing booth nila where a one-way ticket worth 65 Hong Kong dollars is purchased. Pwede kang magbayad through credit card or yung Octopus card na ginagamit din sa MTR. The bridge spans 55 kilometers and took about 30 to 40 minutes na biyahe, which is faster than taking the ferry na umaabot ng isang oras ang biyahe. Hilong-hilo ka pa pagdating. Another quirk of this bridge is that it had an undersea tunnel. So pag nakikita mong tulay from an airplane, akalain mong putol siya. Pero it would actually disappear into an undersea tunnel para magkaroon ng gap kung saan pwedeng dumaan ng mga marine vehicles. Pagdating namin ng port where we also passed by an immigration, dumiretso na kami ng sakayan ng shuttle for Grand Lisboa since ito ang pinakamalapit sa Senado Square. The shuttle was free and we were dropped right in front of the hotel. Medyo na-overwhelm kami sa dami ng tao papuntang Senado Square on this day. May Chinese New Year hangover pa din kasi kaya ang dami pa ding tourists na bumibisita sa ruins of St. Paul's. May pagka-stressful tuloy ang paglalakad papunta ng ruins. Ang lamig ng panahon pero dahil sa crowd, sobrang init ng paligid. We actually planned to stop by shops and have a feast of their jerky-free taste pero nakakawala ng gana dahil nga sa siksikan. Eventually, nakapagpa-picture naman kami sa ruins and nakatambay din ng konti where we had some snacks like the Portuguese egg tart and yung pork chop sandwich. Hindi na din kami gaanong nagtagal kasi medyo late na and may hinahabol akong admission to the Harry Potter exhibition sa Londoner. Hindi naman siya ganun kalayo from Senado Square and I was so happy na umabot pa ako sa last admission nila an hour before closing. So, visiting the exhibition was very worth it, especially if you're a Potterhead. Hindi mo na iisipin ang edad mo once you get inside and in fairness, I've seen a fair number of kids and adults alike, may nagde-date pa. The exhibition gives you the experience of being in Hogwarts and attending their classes. Interactive din siya, which means you can actually cast spells and make potions. Meron ding Chamber of Secrets. course, the Ministry of Magic na sobrang saya pag dumadaan ka through the doors because it would give you the feeling na nag-Flu Network ka. Anyways, the tour took about an hour and after buying some merch, nakipag-meet up na uli ako sa mga kasama ko. We had our dinner at Londoner, tapos bumalik na kami ng Hong Kong. Medyo late na nang nakabalik kami ng hotel and kahit pagod na, I had to stay up para mag-impake kasi pauwi na kami ng Davao kinabukasan. We again prepared early the next day for a flight back home pero as usual with a big group, madami na namang naganap na hold up kaya hindi kami nakapunta ng maaga sa airport. We just had enough time to check in, eat our lunch, then a few minutes lang sa gate, then nag-boarding na.